piece goes like this. Exterior. African savanna, sunset. The distant silhouette of an elephant enters frame. Just off camera, we hear the focused click of a rifle. We softly pan back to reveal a rifleman hiding in the tall grass, targeting the unsuspecting beast. We hold on the brown eyes of what was once just a boy, but now a poacher. As he readies his weapon, bang, cut to black. What is tragedy if not a spectacle? Now, I've read your script, and I gotta be honest, I'm a little skeptical. First of all, the lead needs to be a hunter, not a poacher. To the audience, a poacher might seem quite savage. Also, an entire movie about a hunter absent of any scene where the animals fight back with him, don't you think that seems quite drastic? I'm thinking if we add a couple of moments of him struggling, rumbling with the jungle, or wondering if he's ever gonna feel a woman's love again, then maybe the audience might manage to like the poor bastard. Sure, a contrived romance as a narrative device, the audience might catch it, but it's easy to forget about. You know how it goes. Come on, just think about it. Doesn't John Wick feel so relatable after watching him take slight damage? I mean, sure, if you focus too much on the death toll, then the audience might panic, but it's easy to forget about 1,500 dead bodies when you remember that one sex scene on the Titanic. Who needs the truth when you can raise the stakes and get paid? A movie about tragedy, that's what it takes to get made. Because remember, the audience only cares about survivors when they're naked and afraid. What is tragedy if not a spectacle? Sure, a bloody battle sequence is probably a hell of a way to start, but if we're being honest, Apocalypse Now would have been a short film and Private Ryan wouldn't have made it far. If left on the cutting room floor lies every scene of excessive gore from a movie about the tragedies of war, will it still be rated R? Because I gotta make something for the youth to see. A watered-down war flick, or a fresh take on what used to be done ruthlessly. Meisner said it best, living truthfully under imaginary circumstances, but who answers for a story told untruthfully? If I skip the Q&A, will the critics label me reclusive, elusive, or perhaps just a nuisance? If I exclude the youth from the truth about violence, will they still consider me abusive? Will the critics even consider inclusivity when their invite says exclusive? What is tragedy if not a spectacle? Living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. But not if I say so. I know you said you wanted to shoot the victim's point of view. If it were up to me, I'd say no, but it really just depends on how the last shot of the day goes. I mean, you can't please everyone. Whether you're pro-choice or critic's choice, at what point will food for thought exclude rotten tomatoes? Because they can only stomach the truth if it's tasteful, so thank God for the fables. No, seriously, I'm doing God's work, but they must have forgot to be grateful. Because the same fans that doubt you willingly without humility or accountability will expect you not to be hateful. You say the audience deserves the truth, but at what point is it the responsibility of God to be faithful? What is tragedy if not a spectacle? Now, regarding your script, don't you think if we hold on the elephant without cutting to the hunter, it'll feel like the shot lingers? And I know you said that if we shoot the whole thing on anamorphic lenses, it'll really feel like we're watching it through our fingers. But regardless, we could probably get the whole thing done with just a steady cam and a boom. But the real question I need to ask is, at what point does the elephant get to address the man in his room? Now, here's what I believe. If we shoot the death in slow motion, yes, it'll give the audience enough time to grieve. But we all know how sensitive and disturbed the audience gets when they see an animal die on screen. And despite how sensitive the audience pretends to be, it'll flop at the box office if it's NC-17. So I took the liberty of rewriting your script to make it a little bit less obscene. And though it might seem trite to rewrite the scene, I might sleep at night knowing that the audience feels right. I'm sure you know what I mean, right? So hear me out. Exterior, Manhattan sidewalk, day. The distant silhouette of a businessman enters frame. Just off camera, we hear the focus click of a pistol. We softly pan back to reveal a masked gunman maintaining a short distance as he targets the unsuspecting pharmaceutical CEO. We hold on the beautiful brown eyes of what was once just a boy, but now a hunter, as he readies his weapon. Click, pow, cut to black. 20-minute standing ovation at Cannes Film Festival as the film comes to an end, and after giving them the chills, the quick thrills, the inability to sit still, the audience can finally breathe a sigh of relief knowing that the American Humane Society reassures them that no animals were harmed in the making of this film. Thank God. Now let's make a killing. My name is Galarza. Thank you for being here. This film is called We Used to Hunt. Thank you for being here.